the very end of last episode, and I'm probably going to pull it in just to make sure that we remember that, at the very end, we got a little event that came from our watchtower that allowed us to spend a little bit of water and food and get to more people because they were floating on a raft and, having a little bit of a bad time. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to All Will Fall. We're having a little bit of fun. We've gone through multiple tides, or at least we're at I think we're fixing to have another low sea level drop here in about the next 10 or so many days, or 5 or so many days, however this goes. And yes, we're slowly but surely working through some of the stuff. So I think we're currently researching, forget what the heck I was researching at this point. Oh yes, we're researching the junk to water, or being able to take water or just our random scraps and whatnot and turning it into water so that we can be a little bit more productive on our stuff. And then I think what I'm going to do fairly soon is we need to work on the metal scrapping research so that we can start scrapping a few other things, because I'd like to start working on trying to get rid of some of the random garbage that's around. Now, what we're going to work on today, and I suppose we can just keep letting things go, I'd like to work on trying to get some of these people's happiness up and going a little bit. So we might try to do the workers' happiness. So in order to make happiness come up, we can adjust certain levels of things in here. So we can either add leisure, add loyalty, or housing. And if we can make their housing as good as possible, or as best as possible as we can at this point, then their numbers over here will go up. If they're leisure, or if we give them a whole bunch of leisure, they'll be able to get a little bit more stuff. So what I want to do is we're going to start with this particular episode, dedicating a certain section of the area to housing. Now, when in doing so, we're going to have to move a few things around because, well, as the way this goes, the sea level is going to continue to drop. And as we can see here, we're starting to get more surface area to play with and or build on or do whatever we can with it. So we need to start figuring out how we want to do some of the things that we're doing here. And well, there's lots of different ways of doing it. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but we're going to have to start building some more structures in a few places. So looking at this, we're getting ready to have another high tide. So this is all going to come back up to that level. And then we're going to go, I don't know, however many days there. And then it's going to miraculously stay dropped to the level that is going to be that third level down. Now, there's no reason why we can't build vertically. The issue is trying to maintain X amount of materials before you run out of X amount of materials. In actuality, I probably need to come over here and get these guys into this food if we can manage to get them into that food. So I think the first thing we're going to build is I want to see if a wooden path with railing can get to where we want to go and not waste us a whole lot of materials. So if I do that, are you strong enough to get over there? No. So I need to delete you. And I want to put in we'll just put in one of these. And then see if that doesn't do the job. Perfect. Well, that's not gonna work, is it? I think we might be able to build a support, because we have these little guys. I might be able to add that in there and that'll get it to stop. Looks like it. All right, cool. Now my question is can I do one of these and that'll go away? No, so that means I need to delete that and then add that. Cool. So now they'll be able to come over here and get that research or that thing brought in, and that will allow them access to all of the stuff over here. So yes, good enough. Cool. What are we currently working on as far as research is concerned? We are working on, and I completely forgot. Yeah, junk to water is going to take a little bit of time. I know we need metal. Advanced buildings will need metal. Try looking around, finding some spots to try reaching special crane. Tools for boats or how to deconstruct walls for it. I will need to promise to build a metal smelter, which will get us, sailors will gain us this much, plus I need to be able to gather a bunch of stuff, or I can just say, got it, and that'll be working. Thank you very much. And then you want me to... So we need to stockpile 50 metal in 3.5 days, which I think we can do because I think there's lots and lots of metal laying around, and we do have a boat that is picking it up from various places, right? Good. We'll let them go to work then. You guys, I'm gonna move this bench. Actually, what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna move this bench really quickly out of the way, and I'm going to demolish that, this, and that. And we're going to know that we now have an electric junk catcher. Cool. Ghost ship. Let's check this ghost ship out. All right, Captain, look, there is a ship headed our way. It seems there are no people on board. We should probably check it for valuable resources. Can I get a boat? Not that I need a boat. I think we don't have anybody that could theoretically be on a boat right now. So work overtime. We need those materials. Secure the hull first. Will get us a bunch of steel minus the wood. Let's not be greedy. Just take only on what's the outside. And I'm just gonna, I have 20. Ooh. Oof. 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 Let's do, how much wood have we got? We can do that one. All right, so that got us a bunch of metal. And stockpiling some rations. We just need a little bit more stuff there. We'll be good. Cool. Yeah, they're going to hammer us with a bunch of little things right now. Wonderful. So people are feeling down right now, but we could change that. How about a small feast in order to chill everyone up again and give some personal support? Feast as if I am king. We deserve a small celebration. No, just stick with some rations. Or we could maybe hand out some goods. We don't have the goods at this point, so we have a... You know, I think at this point, I'll take that. We have plenty of food and we're growing, excuse me, as far as the numbers go, we're producing 112 today. I mean, because we ended up getting this box over here, which is the only reason why I'm doing this. We're consuming 25 to 26 a day and we're producing on average 67, but we ended up with a bunch of food that's sitting right here, which is the only real reason why I did that. So we'll let them continue. All right, house is gone. Let's build a nice big house for these people right there. All right, this house is capable of supporting, I believe it's 6 different people, and it comes with a natural 2 comfort, which is kind of sorry for the fact that, again, we could still theoretically supply X amount of people for the area, and I can turn this thing sideways, but because it gives us a different style of roof, we can actually do a little bit of fun with these things. We can do some things like so, and then because we have decorations, we can place that on there. That's 2 decorations as far as things go. We're already up way over the comfort level that we needed to be as far as things, as that works. We haven't even started to research windows yet, but I can go and do a thing like that and a thing like that, and this is now going to be maxed out on everything except windows. Well, that's great. So these is what we're going to move towards as we work our way through things, which means what I need to do is start tearing down some of this. Research, are you done? Good. We have our new junk to water. Should we need it, I will. I think we're going to continue to burn wood. We have an awful lot of wood, and we also have an awful lot of junk. Water warehouse. Let's see. Do we want to dive into production and do anything in here? Actually, I wanted gathering. I wanted the metal gathering hut. Please get to work on that. And then we have a 1-hour lost child. We should arrange a funeral. We don't have the food for that right now. Goodbye, or we could do the thing that I think is the most hilarious things, which is we're going to gain 30 influence and toss someone off the ship. Nice. All right, so somebody is finally happy with us as far as things go. Your people are supporting you. We now have an influence being happen. One of your groups are now generating influence, which means this number is going to start going up, which is beautiful. That will generate influence. They're going to be happy. As long as their happiness is high enough, there will be wonderful things, great news, and everything that happens. So that means that someone in here, whoever it is, Whatever, we're fine. Our workers are getting up nice and happy. The happiness is about to hit 12. These guys are about to hit 12. We're getting really close. We could actually, I mean, yeah, we're going to slowly see stuff coming up. So what I want to do, again, with today's episode, or at least kind of messing around, is I want to try to get a bunch of these houses converted over to the bigger ones so we can start adding all of the fun little things that we can add to them. What do you guys wish? 4 more people. Again, we're either going to be, if you can pay, you can stay, or... I think I'm going to take that one because these goods are going to come in handy later on. And again, we're going to have too many people standing around with nothing to live in. All right, so let's start using some of the surface area that we have under here to start building some of these larger houses. So I'm going to do this and this. And this and that. I just want to build a bunch of houses so that we can start moving people out of these other ones. What we're going to do is we're going to move this up and out of the area. All right, next thing. He was a slave trade. Oh, this. Yep, here we go. The guy that we came in and killed a while back, I think in an episode or however long, was a slave trader. And we took care of him. So yeah, maybe you can help us out. We see we're looking for a friend. Last time we saw him, he was headed this way. Should have sailed past for settlement. He was probably carrying some people with him, if that helps. Really nice place, by the way. He was a slave trader, so we killed him, which is what we did. He had some slaves, but we freed them. Well, we killed him. Many people pass through, can't remember them all. Information ain't free these days, so they get us a little bit of stuff. But we'll just do that one. Oh, well, we're betrayed by Bob. Poor Bob. He betrayed us and kidnapped us. Some of our people. We're now looking for them, hoping that we're not too late. Again, sorry, we can't help you more. Your people are happy here. Maybe they should stay here. Or your people are safe. They can go with you. If we wanted to, we could get rid of 2 people, and that would give everybody 2 loyalty. Or we could burn a little bit of that influence that we have and still gain the loyalty. Get out of my life. I want to keep the people that we have. Because I'm going to start needing some engineers and some workers fairly soon. Okay, the thing we need to do, did we get this researched yet? No, we're still working on trying to get that done. Kick everybody up. What else do we have that we can do? Water, right. Water, junk boiler. Junk boilers are fairly tall and they make an awful lot of pollution. So I think we put it, is that going to affect anybody if I put it? I didn't want to put it down there. Is that going to be... We'll put it right there, but I'm going to pause it, essentially. We'll let them build that. Now, junk boilers can make a lot more water, but they'll use a bunch of the junk that we play with. Plus, we're going to do, the random other little things. So you should be looking at making... Oh, yeah, we're trying to research the metal construction thingy because I want to see if I can demolish these things. All right, 3 people... Now, you can either pause the production in these if you feel like it, or you can, do whatever you need to do. So our current junk production is 2 per day on average, and consumption is not a lot. Now, the reason why I built this is because we're going to eventually start having problems with water because we're running these 2 farms here, these 2 greenhouses, and we're going to want to make more greenhouses before we get to a technology that's going to allow us to do some other stuff. Did you guys get all those houses built? Good. We're going to start making everybody mad at us. So we currently have 29 people and the capacity for 52. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, yeah, I know. Undo. I forgot I need to delete these. Might go ahead and have them build another... one right there for now. I understand this is going to tank our influence levels and happiness. Totally, completely understand it. What we're going to do is I'm going to try to get us a little bit more room out here, I think. Let's see. Can I do a to there, to there, and then I want to bring a structure support like that, and a structure support like that. And then we're going to move all of those houses kind of backwards just a little bit once they wake up. Okay, now, since we have all these houses down here, we can just grab... No, god dang it, I did it again. I keep doing that. Do not deconstruct it. I want to move it, and I want to move it up here so that it's facing the right direction. There. Perfect. Nice. Is that the right way? Everything's good. We got doors built the direction we need to build the direction. You guys can build an extension to the floor right there. And then I'm going to place one of these there. Again, just so that we can kind of start keeping things level. And that will allow me to build these things very nicely. So we can also grab you. Oh, you're not happy. Seriously? You're gonna fall in? Let me see. I want that level. Yeah, they're not happy with that. That's great. I wonder, can I add another one of those in here? The game gets very, very unhappy when you do this. Yeah, we may not be able to do that. That's fine. Okay, you... Let's uncheck that. That's terrible. It's this one? I forget which one it is. You... We're gonna put you back down here for now. Okay. That means nothing should fall in and become a problem right there. Right? Everybody's good. Everybody's happy. Nice. Okay, so let's start decorating this first line. I was expecting to maybe be able to stand them up. I suppose if we move them forward one, I'd kind of like to keep them stacked for right now, but I was kind of also hoping to have a little bit of space behind. Can I put it up there now? Are you happy? You're happy. Okay, cool. Can I get the other one that's sitting right there? And I think what we're gonna do, I might trade out this down level right here for a ladder probably right there so that we can stop doing these stairs because they're kind of in the way. So let's do a ladder down. What did we get? All right, yeah, that's excellent. We're gonna do that next. And the metal gathering boat. I thought I already built one of those. Oh yeah, that's right, never mind. Cool, let me build a ladder down there so that they're good. That's fine. You guys can just use that ladder. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this one and put it over here when the time comes, but I would like to do the same thing we already did, which is that. I don't know if that's gonna work. No, it won't. Hang on. We need to do it. Cool. All right, so now they have access to their houses. We can start to do a little bit of decoration. Decoration is always fun in things like this. So this is going to add comfort. What I want to do is there's multiple things. So I think what we need to do is we need to check the button. Where is the button? I think there's a button that allows us to see comfort, right? Guess not. All right, so what this is going to do is if you place one of these on the house, or a lot of these things, especially in here, we're going to try to kind of max out what we can as far as what we have. So the first thing, again, we're going to try to nail as much comfort as we possibly can. So let's go ahead and let's just do this. Can I just grab you guys and let go? It's doing it again. Quit. Let go. I don't want to build the thing. Come on, game. Let me have it. Let go. Love games in beta. They're always so much fun. Can I please get off of this? All right. And then let go. Cool. Thank you. What I want to do is I want to save a couple of these roofs for right now. I want to move you up there. I want to move you right here. You're going to get moved. There. You going to come back here. And we're going to give it to this group of people, I suppose. Right there. And then we're going to move this one. I see you guys. I know. I have a thing coming. What is it? Captain, it's been a while, and you still haven't chosen where we're going as a society. People are going to start out if you have a plan at all. Freedom is our plan. We need order to survive. We're going to do both ways at the same time. See, this is the order, and this is the structure. There's some things that are going to come along here right now. I don't care. Get off my whatever. And now again, everybody's going to be whining about the fact that they should be getting some more food. We are still a little slow on the food as far as I'm concerned, although we are producing on an average 110 per day, and they're currently consuming all that stuff. Now I can say seriously here if I want to, have you heard of the starvation diet, or be grateful for what you have? Now I just took a pretty good hit on the loyalty the last time, but I am going to do that. And what I am going to do this time, however, is we're going to give everybody a bump in food because we're making a lot, and that'll shut them up for a minute. All right, so we should have everything over here. I want to grab this particular thing off the back of that because I'm trying to build a nice little structure for all of the people that live here, and they're being a pain. So we have a lot of water at this point. I want to build a bunch of these because we're going to try to make as many things pretty as possible. And then we're going to build a basket under them. Cool. Then I'm going to grab you. Put you down next to it. And then we're going to start doing the thing. So this is going to be comfort for here and here. We need a roof. We're just going to use a regular old roof. And, you know, we can do roofs right here if we so chose, but it looks like they're going to be falling off of it if we want to. I'm a little concerned that's going to fall in, isn't it? Yeah, crap. I love it. I need this. Okay, so I think somewhere in here is a social line that I need to be looking for, and I forget exactly what it's going to be. Let's work on Windows, I suppose, for right now. I'm trying to remember where this next step is. I don't think is going to be much of a next step as it goes. Yeah, we're going to have to fix that, and then I think we can get some other things done. I would like some more decorations as far as the lights go, so I'm going to put another light right there, there, and there. And now we have a whole bunch of stuff that's not happy because we don't have enough support under it. I think we can delete And that'll stop those from falling in. Yeah, I don't know if I can do this. I've been trying to get this sorted for a minute, and it's not allowing me to be very kind to it. We may have to, instead of doing what we're doing here, we may need to move and build them down here. Can we get rid of... Let me move this out of the way. I don't know if there's somebody in it or not. I'm sorry. You come down there. Can we... I suppose I don't need that ladder anymore. Can I love it when it does that. I didn't want to do that. I want this. So I need... I was kind of hoping I wasn't going to have to do some silly things to keep people happy, but apparently they're not going to like me building these things too tall, which is unfortunate. Be careful. Okay. Well, then I guess what we have to do is we have to build a new surface area over here. And this time I'm going to put the support actually in the floor. And then we're going to do from here to about there. And I want to give myself roughly about that much space. So you all are going to... I think we're going to do that for now. I'll put these out of the way. I think we can run one more line of this back here without having a problem. Okay. Where is the output of those? That's not going to be a problem. Good. Put that down there. Okay, now we get to sit down and organize everything with all of the pretties that we can possibly pretty things up. And I think I'm actually going to move this up and this up. And I'm going to put this over. Okay, then we're going to get junk, 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 and a varying scale of roofs. So you can have a green roof, you can have a brown roof, you can have a weird roof like that, and you're gonna have the fancy one. You can have that roof, and sure, why not? And then I'm gonna make sure we put the decorative lights on the front. So we're gonna do these again, just to make sure that they have plenty of light, because light makes them happy. They've got leisure functionality in here. I think we'll just go ahead and move this barrel. Oh, I haven't done the thing on the back of them yet. I haven't finished the stuff on the back of them yet. We need to do a... Oh, I really screwed that up. Hang on a second. That was a... Oops on my part. No. No, no. Because these are really good at decoration versus what you're gonna get. For right now. I understand that eats a lot of water. It's fine. We have plenty. I don't know where you would put that. Like maybe right there? How are we doing on stuff? So we're good as far as decor is concerned almost completely. The roofs, they're all for decoration, right? Except for that one. So Might end up moving these just a little, although I think we're fine for right now. Like, I think I might want to move this. No, I don't want that. I want this. Let's put that back there. Put one of those right there, and then we'll make one more there, so they get their leisure. So we have leisure buildings back here that they can get to. They can walk all the way around the back. I might even be able to, I don't know, we can try. Let's see. Can we build a walkway? They're out of wood. That's fine, we can do that for now. All right, and then all of those should have the stuff that they need. So we are decor, no windows because we don't have any windows. Decor is up as much as it's gonna get right now as far as those go. So that should actually add a considerable amount to everyone's attitude here. Beautiful. So once we get a couple of other things done, we can go. So you know what I think we're going to do with this one? This is Captain. This rumor going around that someone's trying to overthrow you. I would love to be able to build a headquarters, and I don't really know why I have not gotten one of those unlocked yet. It should be in here. At least I thought it was. We're just going to go ahead and say they're just that. All right, our research, we're trying to research windows. Windows require wood, I think. Yeah, and we're out of wood. So it's time to just let the game play, I guess, at this point and see what happens. Nothing else that we can do is we can... I think I'm probably going to go ahead and deconstruct one of these and then add those two people to... God, I did it again. I did it again. Do not deconstruct. Add two people to this. You know what? Just put all three in it. That's fine. Make water with that thing. And we just need to bring up parts at this point. So these make water every time. And this makes a little bit more. So that's fine. We'll just do that. All right, cool. All right, I think with all that being said and or done, we're probably getting really close. This is going to be some of the deal. I think I want to try to complete this, and then we will end the episode because there's one little thing I want out of there, and hopefully we can make things happen for it. All right, windows. Windows didn't take long. Windows are a way of being able to once again add some more things like decor, comfort, I believe. So you can get decor, comfort, and you can get some really neat little things. This right here is a pretty good way of being able to add a lot of stuff to it, but you kind of have to adjust the way this is going to work. Now, I think for right now, we're going to leave these just kind of this way. We're going to definitely be doing a bunch more work, but I would like to pick a balcony to decide which one we want to try to do things. So this is going to be a 4%, a +4 window value. This is a 2-point window value, 2-point decoration value. This is a +4 window value, which we could replace this roof with if we so felt, but then we'd lose the decoration value for it. And then you have these. I think at this point, what we're after is we just need to get some of the windows going, which I think we're just going to do that one. Now we squatted some people. All right, now that's going to take one of these houses and it's going to go into a spot where we are at a quality of 7.5. Now I can make these a little better. And the reason why I can say I can make these a little better is because the roofing, if I look at roofing here, well, there's a lot of different things you can do with this current aspect that we're at. Let's just kind of fiddle with this one very quickly and then we can end this. This is adding 4 comfort. This is adding 4% decoration value. This is adding 2 comfort. Well, the thing you can do with these, if you feel so inclined, now that we have all of the stuff, is that we need to be able to bring the window value up over 10. Well, we can change, again, I kind of added the wrong thing in here, but I'm going to just kind of show you guys this for a second. What you can do, or, you know, and the way that you kind of mess around with stuff, is you can hang roofs off the front of these right there like this. And that counts. That counts. It got dark down here all of a sudden, which is no fun, which is kind of the reason why I'm trying to put some of these lights up. So what we can do for the moment, we're going to do this, and I'm going to grab a light. And until we get some other things coming in the future, I'm going to place a light right there. And now I have the roof total top ready to go. We can add things to here, or we can build another window or whatever out front if we so choose. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add 2 of these on top, and we're going to look at what we get now. So we're at comfort 0.9, decor is down, but the roofing in the windows is complete. So now that we have the windows completely full, we have 8 points of window up here, but we have 4 points of window right here. Well, then let's do the thing. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to delete you. Thank you. And I'm going to grab a decoration of a window that also offers comfort at this point. So we can either do that one, or we can do the decoration value. So we have comfort or decoration. What do we need the most? Well, we need either or at this point. Comfort can be added with decorations. So, like say this decoration will add comfort. This decoration will add 3 comfort. This will add 3 comfort, although I don't understand why spike sounds good. And this adds decoration value. There's going to be some things coming along down the line, but I'm going to be after maxing out at least 2 of the 4 things that we have, or at least 2 or 3 of the things that we have. So I want to try to nail the comfort completely and the decor and the windows. So we should be able to get these. Well, if I grab, say, this one here, that will give us comfort and windows maxed out completely on that one particular house. And so we now have 3 of the 4 things maxed out, and I can, if I feel so much about it, find some decor item here that I think the tires, this. So we need how many points? So you could hang like tires. And now that house is maxed out completely. So essentially we're going to go with something kind of like this as the way this continues on. And I am going to continue to keep kind of wandering. I think we'll do like I said, I think we're going to modify them all to kind of look something similar to this so that we're good to go for the rest of the time. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. We're kind of cranking slowly through the game. So thanks you guys so much for watching. Bye.